Hey guys, my name is Dakpo. I'm one of the Texas Project M players, and I'm here to give a tutorial on a technique I've been working on for a few months called the Brawl Pivot. So the Brawl Pivot is a universal technique that can be used by all the characters. I think it can really bring out some insane optimization in certain characters. So to perform the Brawl Pivot, you must be holding the attack button. Once you do this, you simply walk a certain direction and then press the C stick diagonally upwards and away. So here I'm going to demonstrate it with Marth. If performed correctly, your character will just spin. Yeah, if you can see that right there. If you press the C stick too far to the side rather than all the way up diagonally that you needed to, then you will perform a forward smash. There's me spinning around, and there's the forward smash. So that just means I'm pressing it too far to the side.
So now we're going to take that same tech that we just learned, and if you dash and then press the C stick diagonally upwards, opposite the way you're going, you will just turn around. It's just a pivot, and you can do anything out of this pivot. You can see me doing it there. Another thing is when you press the C stick too far to the side and you get a forward smash, we can actually turn that into a huge advantage. Because now we can dash dance and we can just do pivot forward smashes whenever we want. It's got a huge window, unlike the one frame that is melee, and you can just let them rip. Every character in the game can pivot forward smash if you use this. If you charge it, or when you do it, it'll charge and you just have to let go of the attack button. So that's really not an issue. It's a pretty incredible technique. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is if you do this technique and you do the dash and then you press the C stick in the diagonal opposite direction and then you press down on the analog stick after you dash, it will put you into a crouch. That means you can pivot down tilt super easy. You just have to press the attack button again. If you do this same technique on a platform, it will drop you through the platform but turned around, which is great. You can lead it into a bunch of creative things. Another really great application is when you dash and you surpass your dash dance length and you are holding the attack button and you press down on the C stick, it forces your character to the crouch. And when you do that, you can turn a different direction. So if you do the full dash and then press down on the C stick, now you can turn backwards and you have an infinite dash dance length. And this is pretty terrifying. You could be dash dancing across the stage, run up all the way across the stage to your opponent, press the C stick down, and then just start dash dancing right in their range again. It's pretty insane. To correctly do this technique in a match, you're going to have to do one of the two following ways. The first way is a bit harder, but it doesn't require you to change your controls at all. You're going to have to be holding the attack button while still being able to reach the C stick. For most, this is called the claw grip. Now, I really don't expect everyone to claw all the time, but when I play, I usually switch between a normal GameCube controller stance and then going into the claw to do stuff like the Dacus and Brawl Pivots. It can be set up by pressing and holding A during the lag of things like wave dashing, normals, specials, during the lag of throws, ledge dashes, respawning, dropping your shield animation, and then during hit stun too. I personally think wave dashes are the most optimal way to set up for it. The second way is much easier but will require you to set one of your shoulder buttons to attack. If you do it like this, then you don't have to claw, and you can basically hold the attack button during the entire match, so you can perform the tech at any time. So in the second part, I wanted to talk about some of the more advanced and practical uses of this. So one, I think it's really interesting to apply this into combo strings. For example, Game & Watch at low percents can up throw and then follow DI with a pivot up tilt that can lead into some interesting combos. Marth can probably do the same thing with up throw. Another thing is to stop approaches from the air like a Fox Nair with like a Falco up tilt, which is every melee player's dream. The last thing I wanted to touch up on is probably one of the most game-changing ones in terms of high-level play. Especially, it'll change some matchups that are tough to get in on. When you crouch and you get hit by something, you turn towards the source that hits you. And with the Brawl Pivot into crouch, you can now approach people with crouch cancels, which is pretty insane if you think about it. Normally you have to crouch either at the end of your dash stance link, or you have to wave dash into a crouch, or you have to walk into a crouch. But now that you can simply just pivot into a crouch, you can get in really, really quickly, and it can be devastating if your opponent hits you and you're really close to them and you do a full crouch cancel onto them. So that's basically it for the tutorial. Tell me what you guys come up with in the comments section. If you guys have any questions at all, you can type out a question, or you can hit me up on my Twitter, TheDakpo, TheDakpo. Easy to reach there. Have fun with this. It's pretty nuts. Here, I'll include some clips of me using it mid-tournament. Thanks, guys.
No, none of this, no jank, no amount of, crazy single-player skill is really going to win you a doubles game. You got to know your teammate and communicate well.
Great up B from lunch.
I think he has a jump.
He has a jump, and so he's going to recover. Misses the down smash.
Pivot down tilt. Dakpo, you're a monster.
Wisely avoids it. Nice kick. And right now his footstool's out of the shield. Because Dante is, Is he known for footstooling? Nice from Dakpo. And the kick is going to do it. Even it up. No, Dakpo, so close. Oh my goodness, and the forward smash, that's going to take it. Kicked in the snout again.